Alright, hello everyone. I'm just waiting to get all of my promo finished for tonight. And then once this ad break's over, we'll go ahead and get started. Sorry. Okay. So. I think Twitch is about to like run an ad again, maybe? I don't know. I wasn't trying to get it to do so. I thought we were just doing the starting one, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and I've got one more place to do my notification. I think are there any Sunday? No, I don't think there's anything happening today. So let me go ahead and advertise this on Monster Rancher Discord as well. Alright, so let's do more Ultra Kaiju. Just gotta do all I can. Set myself up. Alright. When's our next tournament that we care about? I think it's very soon, right? Yeah, we want to go to the Super Vitality Cup, so we can do something this week and then we've got to rest next week. Although it looks like we're already kind of tired. So, I don't know, why have we got, is this because we learned, or is Victor's here now? Yeah, okay. Okay, well, if that's all it is, I don't feel the need to go on an errand tree. I almost don't even want to do this drill, but like I know I'm resting next week, so let's go ahead and hit our rest now. Oh, have you brought me a present? Cake, cool. Alright, yeah, let's make sure we go rest now. And now let's see how we're gonna do on that tournament. I also need to check my Discord real quick. Where did I get... Why have I got notifications on it? Strange. I don't know. Give me a second to... Weird. Oh, it's because of my inbox. Or at least I thought it was. I don't know. Anyway. OBS, hello? Thank you. I'm using my stream layout to actually see the game, so... Alright, let's go ahead and run the prediction too. Just so that I continue being in the habit of doing so. Just in case, you know, I want to make sure I'm doing it. Yeah, we did only come here to battle. Alright, well, I successfully stalled for the prediction timer, so let's go ahead and get started. Got a good start there. It's nice that we're using our power techs again. That's always very helpful. One of the nice things about fighting our goals is that, of course, they really aren't super accurate, so we're at little risk of getting hit by them. Which of course means that overall we have very little to worry about. Now if they do happen to hit one of those low percentage techs, we're in a little bit of trouble, but not this time. I almost spoke too soon, but it looks like it all worked out. I'm not sure if Vega will be as easy an opponent, though. Good web strike, or a whip strike rather. Blue laser whip strike. They don't have as low of a 2-hit as some of the other monsters we've looked at. They're still hovering around 30, so they'll probably hit us at least once if they keep swinging. So it all depends on how much damage that one hit does. We're getting very unlucky with our poison. We're not actually poisoning them, so our damage output so far has been quite low. Especially if we can run down the timer with that last attack, I think we're in a good position. So that, I think, is a tournament for us. So that's a good start to the stream today. Hmm. Alright. Oh, you actually had the spice that you like. That's cool. Hi, Bree. Or Brian? I'm actually not... I didn't catch when I rated you last night exactly how you like to be referred to, actually, so let me know if I'm shortening your name in a way that you don't like. Thank you for coming in and stopping by. I also saw that you followed me after last night, so thank you for that. You know, it's a good Friday so far, because it's the last Friday I had to work this year, which is always fun. Company gives us a couple weeks off in the holiday season, which is always much needed after this time of year, because God am I burnt out. But now I have more time to ranch all my monsters. Now, in stark contrast to how much I know about Monster Rancher 2, I know quite a bit about Monster Rancher 2. I raise competitive monsters now for Monster Rancher 2. I'm still new to that part of it, but that's like why I know so much about it. Like even as a beginner to the competitive scene, you tend to learn a lot more than people who play the game, you know, like just casually. But I'm in the playing the game casually phase of Ultra Kaiju, so I have very little clue what's going on. I have a rule for myself where when I first play a new Monster Rancher, I have to do like a monster, maybe two, before I allow myself to go look up everything and start looking at it with my spreadsheet brain. I really like it so far. It has been fun. And it's nice to see, like, there are some references to the old games, so like Holly from Monster Rancher 1, you know her, she's hanging out here as your assistant again. Colt shows up as like the Fimba representative, and she's one of the people that you can like send your monster out to. Kind of in the same way that like Errantry is done in 2, but instead of just sending the monster like on an adventure on its own, instead you go like send them out to another breeder and they sort of have fun like playing together with their monster for that month and doing training together. So Colt's one of the ones available for that. We just finished up a tournament, so now I have to look ahead and see like what's the next tournament I actually care about. But I think we don't have to worry about anything until the B-class battle, which will be in, if it's October, that should be at the end of December. So we've got some time, and we can just go ahead and, well, it looks like our monster's a little tired, so I'll go ahead and give them a rest. But yeah, I think the biggest difference with Ultra Kaiju is just that instead of all the monsters we're used to, we have all the Ultraman Kaiju, which I know, like, nothing about Ultraman, so every time I see a kaiju, it's news to me. Okay. I think I can give you... You like numbing food, right? Yeah, go ahead. Have the fish. A lot of people do play Ultra Kaiju competitively, but I don't know that I'm going to do that with this one. It seems so much more complicated. There's a lot more going on. There's like the monsters have traits now, kind of like the passives in Pokemon, and then you can give them cookies to give them other monsters' traits. And all the numbers, because they're kaiju, right? They kind of like keep the theming to where, like, obviously, if like any kaiju fought a monster from the normal games, right, it would not be very hard. So they kind of inflated the numbers to show that. So it's like, you know, your strongest monster in Monster Rancher 1 or 2 can get to like 999. The kaiju start at like 1,000 and everything. So, just the numbers seem harder to get down. I'm sure I could learn it, but I have to get past, you know, having beaten the game at all first. That's always like an important way to first step. I've been working on our speed just because what I usually do with a monster is when they're still young, I kind of just do the stats that they're good at, and then once they're older, most monsters tend to learn more kind of like in their middle age. So when your monster's stat gains are better, that's when I tend to do the stats they're worse at and kind of shore those up. But Holly hasn't, like, said anything about my monster being in that, like, middle life stage the way that she will in 1 and 2. So I don't know if she just doesn't do that in this game, or if I'm still too young, honestly. Sometimes you can also just get monsters, like, hanging out, in the places where you do drills, and you can go fight them. But this happens a lot, so I usually just skip the battle. And then you can kind of see. If you win, you get... Oh, wow, that's a lot of power from... Normally you only get like 30 to 50 from a drill, so like 200 for doing a fight. That's a good gain. That's a lot more than I thought I'd be getting. I guess it's because normally you get 2 stats, but it happened to be hanging out in the power area anyway. That's really good though. I need to get more power for this monster eventually. I've kind of just been doing like a dodge tank build where it's like, well... Excuse me. If I make my speed high enough that nothing else can ever hit me, then it doesn't matter if I don't do any damage. Because 99% is still less than 100 if they never hit me. That's been working out sometimes, not always. I think the reason why I never got into Ultra Kaiju before is because I didn't necessarily like a lot of the kaiju designs, but I'm like stumbling into more of them that I think are cute or cool this time than when I played before. I think Nova's a pretty cute kaiju, just in the way that it like carries itself. The little spin that it does whenever I take it to that training it's cute to me anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's week 1, so I've still got 2 weeks before I have to rest for the tournament. So hopefully... Yeah, the music got a lot more variety in it in this game than the first 2. I think that's one thing that after the first 2 games, Monster Rancher gets way better at, is like the music variety, because in the first 2 games, you know, we get like the same battle theme like basically the whole time. But in this game, there's like so much more variety in all the music. I'm a little bit concerned about how angry my monster is. Slightly reduces anger. Okay, go ahead and eat this cake. Because I feel like if you don't, and I ask you to do something, you're gonna go out of control. Which is what they do when their anger bar fills up. That seems like a safer amount of anger to have. I think we're like halfway done with speed, so... I mean... it can do a lot of different things when it goes on a rampage. Also, hi KK, right? I've seen it, like, just run away. I've seen it destroy the farm and take, like, half my money to repair everything. I've seen it, like, get in a fight and then you get stat gains like normal, but I'm just like, I don't want to risk it. It's a shame that there's a kaiju in our territory. But I really need to rest for the official tournament. So since we have a tournament coming up, I'm going to run a prediction again. Just because I need to get in the habit of using all the fancy stuff that Twitch has given me now. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm still normal human-sized. Well, if I wanted to... I guess, like, as a joke, when we play Ultra Kaiju, I can just, like, grab my model and, like, embiggen myself. Alright, there guys. I'm a kaiju now. You can only see this much of me. This is a stupid bit. Why am I doing this? Okay. Let me... Come to think of it, my layout actually debatably looks better when I make myself bigger. Anyway. Hey, no! That was not a feet thing. I'm wearing boots anyway, come on. I'm not showing feet for free. First off, I don't even have a model for that. Second of off, that would be like... I'd make it expensive. So let's actually go to that tournament. Let's see. KK, it looks like you believe in the monster. Let's see if you should or should not have. The hope is that I'll be 3D soon. I'm actually supposed to get my model tomorrow, but we'll see if that happens or not. It's been delayed 4 times already, so I'm not sure if I fully believe, but I'm gonna be 3D. Here's hoping, if that goes well, right? And then I'll have like a lot more advanced tracking. Because right now, I have the PSD file to do my eyes, but I just haven't, so the only thing I have is lip flaps right now. But once I'm like 3D, I have like the tracking set up so that we could do, not that I own a VR headset actually, but I even got like the files to like, if we want to do something in VR chat we can, or if we want to do that kind of like Beat Saber setup that people do, or things like that, like we can get all of that together. Deadpan voice. I don't have a deadpan voice. I have a very expressive voice, I find. Thank you very much, KK. I'm not some robot. We're fighting a robot, actually. We'll see if we can win. One thing that I do, because I have like terrible reaction time, and I always like stress out about like real-time games, is I actually, partially for suspense, partially because of that skill issue I've just explained, oh god. Ow! That's painful. Excuse you. What a punch! Man, it feels like I'm fighting a golem. Ugh. Okay, I guess we're not winning this round. It's a good thing this is a round-robin tournament. Sorry, I've been shell-shocked by the amount of damage this innocent robot has done to us. But yeah, I usually just let my monster fight on its own, and that makes the tournaments like a little bit more suspenseful because you don't really know, exactly what your monster's gonna do. It kind of leaves it up to fate a little more. So I get to like sit here with you guys and be like, all right, come on, Ryoji, swing the attack, do something. Because I don't know what's gonna happen either. And I think that can be fun as well. We might be a little outclassed in B-rank though, maybe. I mean, our power is definitely way below what everyone else has. But I'm still waiting on what's it called? Ryoji to grow up before I fix that. Alright, can we take advantage of that? Yes, we can. Ow! Okay, well, at least we have grit, but things are not looking good for us. I'd say that I feel sorry for your points, KK, but if nobody votes against you, I don't know if you actually lose them. I'm not entirely sure how, like, the predictions work, honestly. I just know that people find them fun, so I want to get in the habit of actually winning them. That way you guys can get some extra points to get me to do whatever I put in my rewards. I keep forgetting what they are. I know you can make me take my glasses off, but if you do that in this game, that really isn't gonna do much, because I'm not the one in control. That was more of like a trolley option for you guys when we were playing like Terraria, or I guess when I was playing like Hollow Knight and stuff like that. I think a lot of mine are just like the default Twitch ones because I didn't really know what else to do. Yeah, like, that's why it's one of the more expensive ones, but if you have enough, hey, okay, that's fair. I suffer from color blindness, so the last time we played Terraria, we were playing a mod where a lot of the enemy projectiles like blended into the background for me, so I couldn't see them anyway. But yeah, like, if I'm in like a hype intense boss fight and someone has enough points, they can just be like, hey Flame, you know how you can see what you're doing? What if you couldn't? Because I'm very nearsighted. I can't see very far away from my face at all. So, obviously there's like no proof that I'm doing it, because my model's not rigged with my glasses. But, you know, behind the curtain, I have to wear them And if you make me take them off during a boss fight, I'll be upset, but you know, that's what you got your points for, to do a little trolling. Although I don't think a glassesless me could throw these fights any harder than Ryoji is. We were doing so good the rank before, but this is not going our way. Yeah, see, I don't have any of the exercise ones because with my muscle spasms, they would like probably mess me up a little bit too much. Like, even Mars had to like turn off her squat routine because people were like, what if we made you do 50 squats in a row 2 times? Just, those ones are a little scary. I can hardly even do like 1 push-up normally without struggling. I don't know, maybe I'll have more like make me do dumb physical activity ones when I am 3D and I've got the better tracking. Just because that's something I'd rather have on a little more than an honor system. Well, we did manage to win 1, so that's good. We've won something. We're not winning the tournament, I can already tell you that, KK. If I'm gonna wait until we officially lose, but if that is a goodbye wave, goodbye, you have a great night. Thanks for stopping in. Maybe that's... Oh no, that's applause. It's... I even have my glasses on right now. Maybe I need to enlarge my chat. I've gotta zoom in so I can actually see the definition on the hands. Oh. Whoops. Ironic that one of my emotes is me looking at stuff when I'm not even capable of doing that. Gotta pull up my glasses. Like, wait, huh? What? What was that? Alright, well, we're losing again, so that didn't last long. Okay. Well. Alright, well, KK, you can let us know if you get your points back, or if Twitch just says, you got it wrong, so... But no one bet against you, so there are no consequences. I don't know, even when nobody bets on them, I like running the predictions anyway, just because you never know when chat's going to be in a gambling mood. Well, the consequences of going all in, unfortunately. Not everyone has to gamble. I provide it as an option. I don't provide it as a force. Let's see. Yeah, a snowball fight with a monster might cause a little bit of an avalanche. Okay, I still think we don't have anything to do other than the official cups, but I'm just gonna make sure there's not something I'm forgetting about. No, it's not. So we don't have anything to do until the March official. It looks like we've got a monster to fight. I don't know. I don't think one kaiju can cause an ice age by itself, but an avalanche is reasonable. Like, they're still only the size of, like, a building. Alright. We're back on hot spring duty until further notice. I'm getting a ton of hot spring water from doing the hot spring drills, and I still don't really know what to do with it. Alright, let's go beat up. Okay, actually, it beat us up, and I don't know what happens when we lose the territory battles. Okay, we still get some stuff. I like it when you do the territory battles because the monster doesn't get angry. And I find it really hard to manage their anger. Honestly. Aw. He doesn't want the fish anymore. Fine, I'll feed you rice next month. Its stack games aren't as good, but I have to actually feed you a varied diet now. I can't just feed you nothing but tablets your whole life, like I can in Monster Rancher 2. We can probably afford to do at least one drill, but that anger is getting up there. Okay, well we hit B rank speed though. Okay, thankfully there's a kaiju to go fight. That'll be good for our anger. Because their anger doesn't go up, it in fact goes down when they fight a kaiju. So I'm a big fan of those battles. Kaiju attacking. Great news for us. It also gets us some stats that aren't just speed, which does look like it's starting to become a necessity. Alright, I don't have any spices, so I'm gonna have to give you the 6 grain brothers. Oh, what's the letter this time? Oh, mochi. Well, that's the present. It's not the letter. Letter is a shop discount. I don't really have anything that I want, though. So I can get intense speed or a ton of skill. I'd rather get a ton of skill. Actually, I'd rather get rest, though. I want there to be, like, an errantry sale again. There's only been one in, like, the whole 2 years I've been raising this monster. Oh, but you've got new items. I'm willing to look at those. Oh, the shopkeeper does the construction upgrade here, huh? That's not who I expected to do that. Do I, like, buy it as an item, or... Oh, I do. Okay. So that's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros? Yeah, I can afford that. Let's make our ranch bigger. Oh, it doesn't even take like a week. Okay. I guess we have a bigger ranch. Cool. No, not errantry. I don't have time. There's an official at the end of this month. But we have enough time to dig another hot spring. Or enough time for you to get angry because I didn't realize that you were that angry. Whoops. I guess we're not going to the official this month then. Whoops. I'm a bad rancher sometimes. Well, our favorite ghost is back. They just went on a runaway streak. Oh, well, it decided to increase its max abilities. I had no idea it could do that. Huh. They missed an official tournament for that, but that is cool. Okay, well now I think we don't care about anything until June. Right? Yeah, end of June. Let's go take out this monster. Anything I can do to get that anger down, because so often I've like gotten distracted, done something, forgot about anger, and then just, oops, rampage. Okay. I guess we'll just go back to the volcano, because I want it to be my territory again, because that makes the drills there stronger. I still don't get why digging a hot spring is a speed drill, but Oh well. Our fatigue's still good, our anger's still good. Back to the volcano with you. Alright, and now I should be able to give you the fish again. No, not ultra meat. Fish. Okay. Oh, I didn't notice our fatigue had gone down to... I didn't realize you were so tired. And I swear, you did not gain anger that fast before. I swear anger gain is, like, really big sometimes. Whoops. I got distracted again. No. But the fact that so many different things can happen, and some of them are good when you're monster rampages, it makes me wonder how people, like, ever manage to do competitive races if they need, like, specific things to happen. Okay, it's great that you're raising your stat limits, but we're not even close to hitting them. I don't know, that could very easily have been like an obvious thing that was gonna happen. But I feel like it really didn't have that much anger. Alright, well you can rest now. I don't know why, like... I thought that, like, Demon Souls to Elden Ring... I mean, I don't know much about those games, but I don't see why they would be particularly RNG-based unless you want, like, a certain weapon drop from something. But I can't imagine a certain weapon drop being faster than the loot you can find in chests in any of those games. Or, like, just around. I don't know, I have a couple friends that are, like, really obsessed with Dark Souls. But... y'all know me. I got to, like, Malekith in Elden Ring, and then... couldn't... Well, yeah, but that's still not RNG-based, unless, like, their attack patterns are random, but Souls bosses... don't seem like they have, like, fully random patterns as far as I can tell. I'm not saying it's not, like, an incredibly difficult feat, but I'm saying I don't see, like, how bad the RNG is. Not, like, being in the in-group that actually knows about it much. Anyway, for anyone who happens to be tabbed out but wants to know, I'm going to start a new prediction for this next tournament, if that's something you're interested in. If chat feels like gambling today. Let's head back to our official battle. I'm gonna wait for that timer to count down. This time we've got 500 versus nothing. We're gonna be fighting the Cacophony. We did very poorly in the last B rank, but maybe we'll do better with the couple months training that we got. Well, now I've seen a speed monster that's even faster than us, so I think I'm seeing how it is that we're losing badly. We're definitely very understated, apparently. I mean, that's true. We could always just get lucky. So far, it's not hit us either, so... Oh, well, that has changed. I don't believe so. I think they're still carefree. I've noticed that they were swinging more, but... I don't know if we can check during a tournament. I think we can, right? At least when it's our turn. Okay. It looks like we're easygoing still. Well, I guess it was carefree and now it's easygoing, maybe is what it was. So I guess its personality did change. Unless I'm making up that it used to be carefree. And we ended up with Great Darkness, Moth Menace, and Overnight Revival. We've still barely got any techs, but that's because, what am I thinking of? Oh yeah, Errantry has like hardly ever gone on sale, and I only really want to send him when it is on sale. So we've still only learned one tech, because we've only gone and like sent him off with someone once, other than the forced tutorial. Alright, well, Bright Eyes absolutely destroyed us last time. Hopefully we don't get hit by that Iron Punch again. Oh, but they're locking on to us. Excuse me. You know, as long as we keep dodging, we're in a good position, but we're at like 40%. Well, some of these are only 10%. And we're in Great Darkness. We're down to 3%. Great Darkness is really carrying us here in the latter half of this round. Alright, we've redeemed ourselves against the robot. That's a good round for us. Alright, let's look at our next battle. I don't remember if the crab is the one that we actually managed to beat last time, or if it was one of the many that we lost to. But it does look like it's having trouble with its hit rates, which is good for us. If we can keep it at like 10% and below and then not get hit by it, now that we've gotten our one hit in, we're in a good position. And I think most of our damage really comes from our poison. We dodged the 1%. But yeah, like, Ryoju's definitely attacking a lot more now that they're easygoing instead of carefree. I'd like to get some more poison techs, but I don't know which ones are the poison techs anyway. Okay, so far we've only lost one, so we're definitely doing better than we did 3 months ago. Or I guess 6 months ago, because we ran away for one of them. Your points might be safe after all. Might. Mind. There's still 2 more rounds we can lose. We tend to do better against... I'm not sure what kaiju this is. Just because they tend to have a really low hit rate. Most of the time, I guess it's other speedsters that we really have to watch out for. We do still need to get in a hit of our own, though. Okay, there we go. Now the poison's going to take him down, too. So we've just got to keep dodging for 20 more seconds. We've got Great Darkness up. That's going to help with that. You'll love to see a below 10% hit rate. You'll love to see a 0% even. That's even better. Alright. You gotta believe. Well, whoops. Ha 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 ha. Go get the Earth Dweller. Okay, we got our hit. Now we just need to try to avoid all of theirs. Never mind! You can heal! Now we gotta hit him again, dang. I didn't know there were healing tags. I mean, there are in the other games, so I guess it would make sense that there'd be some here. Alright, come on, Ryoji. You need to swing something that does some damage again, otherwise we're just gonna be stuck in a tie. Oh, swing, swing. No, swing. Okay, there we go. Clinch the victory right at the end. That's how you gotta do it. I think... It is going to depend on if Cacophony loses this or not, which they did. So now I think everyone else has lost 2 matches, so I think they've actually got this. Yeah, there we go. Ryoji's the winner. You just gotta believe and get a little bit lucky with how the rest of the bracket goes. Sometimes gambling does pay off. Sometimes it doesn't. But here, everyone who gambled won, so... Sometimes gambling gives you back exactly what you left. I wish Twitch gave you guys, like, a 50% bump or something, like, you know, if no one bet against you. Just so that there's still a point to it. I'm doing it for getting in the habit more than anything. Because, I mean, in most bigger streams, someone is going to be the devil's advocate. There's going to be doubt, there's going to be hope. 2 sides of the same coin. Trading points back and forth. The one I play the most is 2, because I make competitive monsters in 2, although right now I've only got the 1. I've just got Terra. I was entering her in the weekly freshman that Pyrocosis is running every once in a while. I skipped out the last couple of weeks because I just got too busy, but I will probably enter her in it again soon. And I'm thinking about making another competitive monster, but I haven't decided. It's still going to be a Monster Rancher 2, because that's what most of the tournaments are in, right? But I haven't decided what monster it's going to be yet, or which format I'm going to raise them for yet. But it's usually Monster Rancher 2. Just because that's the one that most people usually play. Okay, well, that takes us up a rank again. We're now rank 5. So now we don't have to worry until September. Yes, September. A Kaiju Battle Hall of Famer, a champion with countless upper-class tournament wins. We'll be ready. I don't know that we'll win. There's definitely a lot to keep track of with competitive monsters. I kind of went for an easy one. I did a Color Pandora first, because I only had to learn like 1 tech. And even then I made a couple mistakes on it. Okay, it's week 2. Do I I got another letter? I have. You've got some new items again. What's in stock, Teresa? Oh, the adrenaline apple, huh? Okay. Anything else? I don't think so. I think it's just the apple. Okay, well we can still get like 4,000 more speed, so... I think the next Ultra Kaiju tournament is... Let me go pull up the Discord and check. I see Ultra Kaiju is like the second most popular after 2, from what I could tell. Let's see... Yeah, I think the next Ultra Kaiju tournament is on the 30th. So there's one coming up in a little bit. It probably does have less people. Excuse me, less people than 2, though. 2 kind of seems to be like everyone's favorite golden child. Almost. And there's that terrifying face again that they decide to do sometimes. Okay, we got a letter. What's it for? Challenge me. Yeah, I know. We're gonna go to the A-class battle. It's gonna happen. You just gotta wait. It's only July right now. Well, I mean, the sign-ups are still open, as far as I know. Unless you just won't be available on the 30th, which is understandable. Oh, no, Ryoji Space, yeah. It's very quick when it does it. I don't know, if they want to go on a diet, they can go on a diet. They're already thinner than... You're just tubes, and you wear a big blanket, so I think you're probably fine. But, you know. Alright, still July. We're not getting very lucky with the monster spawns. And it's unlucky that the heavy drills are all things that reduce stats I care about. You're probably gonna have to think about the fish, but it's okay. You can survive on the fish. Oh, another letter. A warning announcement? Several animals have been abducted. They don't think it's humans that are kidnapping them. We haven't even unlocked adventures. But okay. We'll be careful of the kaiju and the game mechanic that I don't have access to, for whatever reason. I wonder if their dreams are like references to Ultraman episodes. And another letter. Man, we're popular with the post office today. They've appeared in the wild woods. They aren't suited to combat, but some kaiju like to eat them. And then shooting stars can be seen on clear nights in September. Okay. Okay, they are. That's good to know. Our fatigue is looking good still. Dig another hot spring. What a happy kaiju. We've got two things we could fight. You would give us lots of life. You're in my territory, so I'm gonna go after you instead. Get off my land! Alright, let's get some rest. And then we can spend... Yeah, it's definitely the kind of crossover that, like, feels like you'd get a lot more out of this game if you do like Ultraman, but because we hadn't gotten any other Monster Rancher games since, like, I guess Evo was the one before this one, all of us were just like, oh, a Monster Rancher game, despite the fact that we know very little about the collab that honestly takes up the bulk of the game. Because it's definitely more Ultraman than Monster Rancher. It's just that the gameplay mechanics themselves are very Monster Rancher. And I've grabbed a couple of the characters too. Oh, another letter. Watch, it's gonna be errantry. Okay, no, it's a sale at Teresa's. That's fine. Let's go take out this King. Never mind, this King is gonna take us out. Dang. Well, we still got some life. Okay. Now, that's the message I was waiting for. Prime is a go. It is power time. Time to do our less good stats. What I need specifically, right? Our skill could probably be better, but I'm mostly worried about our power. So I'm gonna start doing our power drills now. Unfortunately, the heavy power drill lowers speed, which is annoying. What increases power as like a secondary? Defense? So I could get defense and power and decrease my int. Yeah, we didn't get a new game since 2012. So it was 10 years since we got a new... Like, 1 and 2 DX are great, but they're not actually a new game. So it had been 10 years since the last new game. I'm tempted to do fossil surveying. Because I don't need the int. And that's like a heavy drill, so we'll get maybe even more stats. I don't know, let's see what the difference in power gain is between this and an actual power drill. So I get 40 power from this. And then we're gonna have to rest first, because we are gonna have a tournament here. And a tournament does mean prediction time. Oh, but it's September, so we have... We're looking to the stars in September. A shooting star! Maybe it was a UFO. Alright, I'm gonna throw up the prediction for the tournament again. As we've got another official battle here. Let's see if we can get Alvaro to help us out in the future. Yo, leftovers. That's a great item in Pokemon. I don't think it works the same way here, though. Held items aren't a thing. At least not in this game. They're kind of a thing in Monster Rancher 3. Alright. First match versus the Gourmand. Ready, steady, and go. Still kind of inaccurate. now we just need to hope that they don't do the same to rates. Okay, I think we're actually still doing good, because that can get no damage. Not anymore though, we need to get another hit in ourselves now. And that just did a lot of withering, so that was just going to bring us out of the game, I think. Especially now that we've gotten hit by a big creature. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, we are working on our strength and defenses now, so we should be losing in this manner less in a few tournaments. Or maybe we just had a bad round. We'll find out, I guess. There are a lot of... Honestly, this guy, the patterns that he has, which I realize that this is the opposite way. Actually, I was just about to say something stupid. I'm like, you know, that kind of reminds me of the guys from Dandadan. Yeah, probably because the guys from Dandadan took it from Ultraman. They definitely have been one of the inspiring series. Because I think in the opening, doesn't like the girl even hit like an Ultraman pose? So yeah, of course they end with Ultraman patterns. Oh, we hung on with Grit, but I don't think we're going to do enough damage to take our lead back. With how much damage they do to me, I think it's actually going to be not a bad thing to keep increasing my defense. I don't know, it could be like Monster Rancher 2 where defense is useless, but I simply don't know. I'm still going to check how much power we're getting from the power drills though, once we're like back in a place where we can. The tournament isn't a place where I can check. I have to actually, you know, do the drill. Maybe we can at least beat the hero. We've got a low hit rate, which is to our advantage. And unfortunately we got hit by the 10%. What a shame. Well, when 10% swung as often as it is at us in this game, eventually one of them's gonna hit you. But that cements this is another unlucky round for us. Like 0 relay for me. Oh. Surely we'll win like 1 though, yeah? Maybe we can defeat the Crabnival? Maybe not. That's already going to be a hard lead to come back from. But now that we are training power, like, we'll start doing more damage. I just haven't really done much in this part of their lifespan yet. activated their darkness, so they probably won't hit us again, but if we can't hit them, that doesn't really matter. We will need more skill too. But skill's like our second best stat, so I can raise it later. I have to do power now. Alright, match 6 for us against Nicholas. Nicholas. Okay. We did win one, at least. So we didn't get totally trounced, but... the non-believers. If they had existed, they would be highly fearful. So far, in both streams, chat has been 100% in faith of the monster 100% of the time. Very hopeful community I've built. Oh wait, we dropped out. Did we get like injured when I was not paying enough attention to the dialogue. Whoops. Okay, he did get injured. It really wasn't fatigued, it just kind of... He did not have high fatigue, I will say. I'm fairly certain he was at max happiness. I think he just took way too much damage. But that's going to be part of the training. Okay, so now let's find out, unless there's like a kaiju attacking. If I just did like a normal powered drill, how much power do I get? And that'll determine if I do this or if we like hang out in the desert. Oh, we don't physically turn the wind, no, we generate wind for them. Okay, I guess that makes a little more sense. A Chemgila. Huh. I forgot to actually pay attention to what the gain was. Whoops. I forgot. I'm gonna... You know what? We needed to go there for the woods thing anyway, but I'm just gonna keep fossil surveying. Because I'd like to not, like, instantly implode every time that we do something anymore. Like, happen to get hit. And the power gain is probably close enough anyway. Does it? I feel like you have so many more things to do with the unlocks. Like, the Monster Rancher 1 and 2 ones are easier. Just, like, go on an expedition, win a tournament or something. Like, this one, you have to, like, fight for everything. At least that's what it feels like to me. Oh, I forgot to do the... Yeah, no, we definitely did not win that tournament. I think we can do another Barrage Desert one. I don't know, he might get angry, but I think we've got enough that he won't. Here's where I think he might be a bit too angry, but what if I give him... have some relaxing cocoa? That's a cool fossil. Okay, I'm gonna give it the grain because I think I'm getting too much, what's it called? Too much fish lately. And we just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Howl at the Moon. I don't think that Nova's Howl at the Moon. But maybe there's a wolf kaiju. It'd be nice to maybe raise that one next. You have a present for us? Oh, it's that spice you like. Cool. Okay. I think we can do one drill, then we're gonna have to rest for the tournament again. And see if it goes any better with our newfound defense and power. but I'm like, we'll be at max fatigue, so it at least shouldn't get injured again. Let me start that prediction up. Alright, the official battle. If nothing else, we get like some money from these. Alright. The brown version of us. That sounded strange. Alright, Rio, you go. Our power should definitely help our damage reduce when we do hit. Ow. Looks like our newly found defense is not that good yet. It definitely seems like you would be better served making a speed int monster, but we just... all of our poison techs that we have the starting trait for are power based, so this is what we're doing. Unfortunately, that battle did not go very well for us. But we still got plenty more. You know, the last time I thought we were doing terrible in the tournament, after the first battle, we won all the others and ended up winning the whole thing, so maybe that'll happen again. You never really know. Anything could happen. So welcome back to the fountain. I feel like I've been doing a lot of tournaments, so I'm surprised my monster has, like, lived as long as it has. And grit is at least keeping us alive. So building up some more strength is only going to help us with that more. Just looks like what time we've spent so far hasn't been enough. The monochrome claw. Has it out for us, unfortunately. Ryoji's kind of going for him as well. Oh, have we been injured again? Apparently we've been injured again, I think. Oops. But, like, I'm going in with full fatigue. They just really are getting hit super hard, huh? Alright. More defense training. I think it's just that I'm taking so much damage when I lose. Because that is a thing in the older games. So that's another reason why maybe the defense training isn't a terrible idea. Though it would be nice if their anger would go down. Yeah. That's why, like, I'm getting by just using, like, my knowledge of prior games to kind of assume what's happening. And we've got a letter. Is it finally errantry time? No, it's new items in stock again. Why do none of you ever have a sale? A telescope. That's really expensive. That's how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 5. But, sure. I don't use my money for anything anyway, and assumedly, whatever the telescope does is going to be a permanent upgrade, so... As long as we've still got enough to feed the monster, that's a-okay with me. And I think in this game, there is 0 gold food, so eventually you'll be fine. It would be nice to start winning again, because I think you get a lot more money when you're winning. Alright, a kaiju attacking. That's good for us, because that means stats without anger. If we win, but we barely didn't. Unfortunate. I still think we can get away with a heavy drill, though. Yeah. can go ahead and rest. As much as I wanted to fight that kaiju. I gotta take care of our fatigue. Okay, is this one errantry? No, this one's the shop on sale. Why don't any of you ever put your stuff on sale? I swear, it's been literally once. Come on. I want to learn text, but I don't want to pay an arm and a leg for them. Alright, so easy life and defense. I don't know. I will simply not do that, though. Okay, let's go ahead and attack this thing. And then we'll rest up for the next official tournament again. Which was no last time. Who knows what it'll be this time. I don't know, based on the last two tournaments, no's a pretty safe answer, but we'll see. What do I think is going to be not super useful and not worth a lot? I don't think ice is worth... No, ice is actually worth stuff from what I saw. I'm gonna discard leftovers, I guess, and now let's go sell a bunch of stuff at the shop. Hey Teresa, let's sell the Vexatious Walnuts, because I don't think I want to increase my monster's anger. I should probably feed it the stat increasing ones though. Let's go ahead and here, you can have this because it raises power. By 5, but that's something. Okay. Tournament time. And a 5-stream streak for one of my WAs. Alright, so far A rank has been very difficult, but maybe now, maybe this time, things will be different. Our techs aren't any better, but we have maybe existent defense now? Still not super existent, but hey, we're trying, and our power is starting to climb. Power's gonna act as like a second defense. Well, yeah, we're still getting one shot. At what point our situation is going to get better, but not yet, it seems. In fact, that's already us injured enough to have to drop out of the tournament yet again. We still have not made it a full tournament without having to drop out in A rank. Man, it's apparently so much harder than the tournament before. Ryoji's hurt once again. And it is truly very much a shame. Gonna have to take even more time off now. Oh no. Well. We'll give him more time to rest. Okay. Let's see. Guess we're going back to the desert. Yeah, like, our anger didn't seem to increase much at all there. And this whole defense thing, this is increasing our defense by more than it seems, because we'll also take less damage from strength techs the more strength we have. So this should be helping our defense in two ways. Let's do another hit of Fossil Surveying. Okay, and like there, I swear we got way more anger than we did the time before. But who knows? Maybe we didn't. It is, however, rampage time again, it seems. What's it gonna be this time? No, running away again. Well, it's great that you keep increasing your stat caps, but... And you increased almost all of them to like the max they can ever go, except for speed. Okay. Well. No, not sculpting. Go fossil surveying again. And see, they're practically nothing, so... I think anger gain is slightly random and or inconsistent. I'm not sure which. Well, I guess random would by default be inconsistent. I just don't know if it's actually random. Or if there's some mechanic I'm not picking up on. We're on year 5 already, so I don't know how much longer this monster is gonna last. feel like we've been training them forever. And he is tired of the fish. Yeah, I'm not gonna blame the monster. That sounds like it would make the monster angry. Okay. We've got 2 weeks in June before we have to rest for the tournament. Super successes are going to be helpful. That's going to get our defense up better. We've broken 2,000 now. Let's go survey another fossil. Try being cute. Alright, let's go ahead and rest, because we've got another official tournament. I know that it seems a little silly to keep entering them, but I don't know at what point our stats are going to be good enough, so we're just going to keep trying until they are. Maybe this time we'll, I mean, my goal is to maybe at least make it through the tournament. That would be nice. You know, I'm just gonna sell all our items because we're maybe a bit strapped for cash. Okay, these are just for gold. Consumable, owned, trade-in, fusion, ingredient, and key. Okay. I feel better about our financial situation again now. But it is still official tournament time. So. Let us go. We're going to once again try and topple Alvaro. Are we a match for the hero now? We'll see. They aren't very accurate, so part of it might just be us getting a little unlucky. Like that, 10%. We're just getting hit by like the 10%, and it's causing a lot of problems for us. Injury? Or no? Alright, we're not injured. We're at least allowed to keep going. Hello, dangerous. Yeah, got like a 10% hit rate, it looks like. At most, even. So it really might just be us getting very unlucky this turn. See? Again, we got hit by the 10%. 2 in a row. We're just losing it at everything because we're just getting hit by the low percent hit techs. Hopefully our power train is making us do more damage, but we're still not quite at the point where we can KO them in return like we want to be. But we'll keep working at it. For now though, when we hit the 10% like that, there's really not a whole lot I can do about rolling the 10%. It's just the universe saying, what if you didn't win? So I think we got lucky and took this one down. So that's progress. That's a win. Oh, I don't think it's progress though. I think we've gotten a win before. Grabbing through gives us trouble because it is another speed sphere. Not only that, it's also accurate, so it tends to have a good hit rate on us. Very, very dangerous for us. But it seems to be, in general, in a very similar archetype to us. A speedy crab. So far, neither of us appears to find a way to hit them. It's more likely for them to be successful than unfortunately. Yep, you got us. Got us with a deal damage walk back. Not even a tech. I assume that true hits them. Which is frustrating. Or at the very least, I can't know how accurate it is. Probably not winning, but we might be able to learn a little bit about the kids. Alright. One more bone block. Let us have this one, maybe. Well, hey, we actually didn't take all of our health from that. It's nice to see him attack us and we don't instantly just perish. Still did enough that I don't think it would make a difference, but hey. I think at the very least we're not, well... I was about to say we're not going to have to get injured, but I might have spoken too soon. Well, 2 more tries. Maybe we can scrounge up just a little bit more prize money. Okay. Well, one attempt. This one hasn't gone so well. Hopefully not. But maybe we're just destined to get injured every time we go here. We're at least actually allowed to fight the guy she likes. Because of the roughness of the hospitals. Keep falling asleep in gameplay, but thankfully the Joy-Con rumble wakes me back up. Sorry, Jen. My body's also, like, wanting me to rest a little bit more. It was a couple nights ago I had a pretty bad spasm that I threw myself. Like out of my bed and my dresser. So like the side of my body that I did that on still kind of hurts a lot. So I think it's like interesting. You're not in the fight or flight mode with all that paperwork anymore. Maybe you should just relax. I'm like, wait a minute. I can't relax and turn on the radio. I am the radio. And I've gone silent. Oh no. Oh well, it's not like it's completely dead air. I'm still... Well, I guess it's a little more dead. I'm playing the game, but I got stuck on the menu, but we're fine. It wasn't for like a completely unreasonably long amount of time anyway. But hey, we made it through the tournament without getting injured. That's something. that is progress. So we're getting there. We aren't, like, actually winning yet, but we're not dying every time we attend either. So I'll take that. That is indeed an improvement. Ow. Alright, it doesn't want the fish anymore, that's fine. Alright, go ahead and get some rest. We can try again in September. Okay. Looks like we can go, oh, in the desert even. Okay. Still got good health, so let's just go there for a drill. I don't know, I feel like Ryoto would like get waterlogged and sink. Alright, I gotta feed you something else. Have some 6 grain, brothers. Okay, and the official's in September, so we've got more time still even. And the anger really doesn't seem to go up anymore for heavy girls. I didn't mean to select an answer, but okay. Whoops. Alright, go fight at the beach. Still, like, no errantry from the other guys. When did we do it? Year 5, September, week 1. No. This week is when I got it. Okay. More fossils. Our int is going down, but everything else is going up. Spin. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the officials at the end of this. I'm gonna do this battle and then rest. Now that's gonna bring our fatigue down lower, but I just don't want to have to rest like twice in a row before the tournament. Which, hopefully, now that our stats are getting up there, maybe there will be a change. Alright. Back at it again at the Coliseum. I don't have a good way to twist Krispy Kreme into Coliseum. Back at it again at the Crispy Coliseum. Okay, good. Good start for us. We might be turning things around. The first one doesn't always set the tone, but hey, it sets my hope. If we can win one, we can win them all, surely. We just have to, you know, stop hitting 10%. was a fluke. Oh. We're so back, it's so over. Oh, yeah, and it's like over so over. It's injury so over even. Couldn't even survive the tournament this time over. This inconsistency is killing me. Just can't decide if we're doing good or not, huh? Well, for how long are you gonna be injured? I feel like that dialogue isn't working well, because it, like I said, this week too, but it only seemed to advance time 1 week? I don't know. Well, no, it would have been October and then October. Yeah, okay, I get it. Anyway, rest. We're kind of saving on food costs from the injuries, at least. Because we don't have to feed them when they're injured on the first week of the month. Alright, nothing around, so back to... Yeah, int is the thing that gives, skill. And then... skill and speed together lower my life. Speed lowers power. So yeah, this is the first opportunity I've had to actually get things and lower things I don't want. Well, we're at D rank defense. That's something. Have some more fish. Right, looks like we'll be able to get into a fight with something. So that's more stats for us. And hopefully that translates to, more success in the tournament. Or no more injury? I don't know. We survived one, and then we didn't survive another, so who knows? We can beat this A rank monster, we can get a lot of health. Good. Like maybe the 100 or so, or hundreds of, rather, extra health. That should help. You know? Oh, not the salad. Fish. I probably have to give you grain. Yeah, next week. Okay, what's the letter for? New items in stock again, huh? Alright, Granny, what's the new item? the Galactic Health Tea, I believe. Also a skill capsule, but I don't want to use that. Okay. Well, that leaves us with a tired kaiju. Another heavy drill. And another rest day into a tournament. Eventually, we gotta start winning, yeah? It'll happen. We just gotta get lucky. Surely. Surely this time we can at least make it through the whole tournament again. Get a swing in. Alright, we're both at 100, but they almost certainly spent more guts. Oh no, they actually hit us at some point, and I didn't notice. Terrible news. They did like no damage at all, to the point where I didn't notice. But enough for me to lose. That's my strategy, but I haven't been as successful as that at all. Hopefully Great Darkness helps us stay in the lead here. Along with Poison. Well, we can lose at the last second too. My hopes can be crashed. I continue to have hope. I continue to try to believe that it's happy for us. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, good. There's our hit. Now we just have to keep that, which we failed to do. We're not getting one shot by the body slam anymore, though. So that's why I think we should, you know, not get injured anymore. Sometimes the game has other plans. We did better than I thought we would, but not enough. Okay. Let's go. Okay, good. We can, in fact, still win some things. Still not as much as I'd like to, but that's better than nothing. Now let's get skewered by a 10% Nicholas hit again, shall we? down the clock. Alright, good. Another victory. We're definitely not going to have enough to win the tournament. But I think 2 might be the most we've ever gotten. So that is progress. If we get 3, that's definitely the worst. Also, actually getting to fight Sealer finally. Very accurate, which is concerning. Got a hit, but no poison. Alright, well. 2 it is. We will go no further. Okay. More training required still. The A to S gap. That might sound unfortunate out of context. Maybe I shouldn't say things like that. Actually, no, that doesn't. Okay, no, that was fine. My brain's being weird. I've been giving you too much fish. Have some grain, brothers. I still don't know why it's called that. I don't get it. Alright, well, you at least will get some rest time. I heard it. It was a kaiju. That's not a wolf like I was expecting. Ultra Valley. I still haven't unlocked adventures though. I'm getting all this stuff that's like, yeah, you can do this on adventures. Not that you can actually do those. I'm honestly kind of surprised that Ryoji's still alive. I was not expecting it with as many tournaments as I'm throwing him into. I don't know how he's made it to almost 5 years. Oh, yeah. Well, because we keep losing. That's why no one knows about him. Alright, there's a good super success for us. Take your praise. Okay, you're at... I'll let you rest. Yep. Go ahead and jump like that. Why not? Alright, no monsters to fight. So, means it's time to find more fossils. Fossil. Dun, dun, dun. I think if I send it out again, it's going to get angry though. It'd be nice if I had a spice that would lower your anger, but you hate sweet food. What if I pair something you don't like with something you do? Will you be okay with it then? Will you be like neutral towards it? Yeah. That still didn't really recover much of your anger though. But at least there's a kaiju attack. And that means something that you can do that doesn't take a lot of anger. Unfortunately we lost. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to retire it soon. If the monster retires in Ultra Kaiju, can you still fuse it? Yeah. Okay. We'll at least go through the end of this monster's lifespan. And then... But yeah, we're running out of time, it seems. Yeah, we might as well do more fossil surveying, it can't hurt. And if this week pushes them over... Whoops. Okay, yeah. See, I thought I had enough room. I just also thought that maybe it would do that thing where he, like, gets angry. Early. Have some fish. Okay, and I can give him the letter. Only for a sale though, huh? the rest of it anyway, so you get less angry. And it looks like you didn't actually sleep, eh? So I guess you're just getting, like, basically the whole month off. Because I'm gonna need you to rest. And you also still didn't rest anyway, so I guess I need you to rest again. Alright, tournament time. Might be their last one, depending on how many, how many weeks Kanazo gives you the warning, or how many weeks Holly gives you the warning, rather. Maybe this monster was just a late bloomer, maybe that's why it took so long to get into Prime. Alright, and then... Actually, no, I can't. It doesn't seem so. Alright. Let's fight the crab. And our poison off, so that's a good start. Well. What a familiar start. Can we beat up the tiny one, though? Odd to call a kaiju tiny. It's clearly not, but I guess that's supposed to be the comedy of... fooling around, eh? Still not having a good time here at the end of the monster's lifespan. I suppose it's rare to beat the game on your first monster when you don't know what you're doing, though. Ooh. Alright, come on, let's go. These last few tournaments haven't really been going well for you, huh? Pain. Oh well. Why are we still here? And we're starting to do more damage ourselves. It's just that we're still. This time, we've got the skill decrease on them. We're missing their attacks. We might be able to run down the clock on them. Alright, good. That's another win for us. Not very many, but some. Maybe we'll even hit the record of 3. Somehow we're actually doing better than Nicholas. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Holly. I guess we're not ready for S-Class. As unfortunate as that is. Still, I guess A is pretty good for a first monster. Who knows? Hard to tell for me. Alright, 5th birthday. Kaiju's attacking, you've got her S. Kaiju attacking is good for us, so we can do something without increasing our injury. It demolished us though. Another Kaiju attack, maybe this one will be easy. Yeah. Rest time. I think I need to give you some Grain Brothers because I think I've fed you too much fish. Another Kaiju attack for us to heal. And it healed itself, huh? Rude. kaiju. Fish. Potato. Alright, that's another kaiju we can go fight. $7,000 speed for us. I'm gonna do one more drill just because we're gonna have to rest next week anyway. Okay. Once again, an official battle is open. Okay. Once again, a bad start, but hey. Alright. Progress. I mean, we've beaten up Monochrome Claw before. But so far, we're 50-50. Maybe we can keep the momentum for once. We've beaten Hero before, too. Done. Just gotta dodge all theirs. Okay. $50-50. We can win the rest. We might be on to something. not keeping our momentum super well. Unfortunately. We're getting closer to the end of the night, too. I want to get to the monster's retirement, I think. Still progress. We're the same. Maybe we can get to 4. It looks like you gotta like sweep this basically to actually win though, because Caesar wins everything. But I guess canonically it's like a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Caesar sweeps the whole thing, huh? I mean, part of it's probably that we don't have like any techs, but they're just not going on sale, and I don't know why. In the 5 years we've had this monster, we've had 1 air and tree sale. Alright, I'm dropping stuff. Whoops. Never mind. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's do... What is a rearing result? Oh, it's our win rate, which is bad now. Okay, I'm gonna turn... Never mind, there is no fast forward other than holding the R button. Alright. Yeah, I'm not trying to... Alright, back to the ranch. Hold on. Let's, no, we need to rest. We're doing our best. They can't take any more. It is retirement day. Unfortunate for us. Alright, Kaiju 1 down. An alien Bolton. Oh, we have the funds. There's the kaiju we've already had. Okay, well, let's think about what we want to do, because now that we've done one monster, we can do, like, whatever we want with Legend Cup. So, we're looking at Ultra Kaiju. Okay. We can always try creating something that will fuse well with Nova. So we would have to go to the association to check. Okay. So it's a Nova Femstar. And it has... Let's try to like figure out what would be good. Okay. So. What would be good? I don't really care about... Right. I feel like some of the things I'm looking at here might be locked. Okay. Maybe not. I wouldn't hate doing another Nova. It looks like the best one would be this. So if I want to make that with a keyword, I would like That'll be... I would like to make I'd like to make this. Okay. Oh, there's a specific one I'm looking for, isn't there? I think they've all got that. There's one of these that has a gets rating of only 10, so I guess we'll try to make that one. 'Cause it's the fastest. So I need to I never would have thought that you could get away with just... Alright. Let's try this out, because they would be a good parent with the other Nova that we've got. And I guess I'll call this one... Well, let's make it fit with the theme. Yeah, let's go with that. Right. I do think that's going to be it for tonight, though. We picked out our new monster, that's what we're going to do the next time, so... I'm going to do some reading on how to raise this kaiju successfully, and I'll see you guys next week. I think I'm the only one here, right? Yeah, no viewers. Alright, don't have to worry about rating. I'll see you guys next time. Y'all have a great night.